The Caldwell Rural Fire Protection District says it needs to staff its station in Notus to meet the growing demand for services. The district partners with the Caldwell Fire Department to cover that part of Canyon County, which is northwest of the city. And right now, response times are longer than they would like. Abby Davis has learned the agency started talking about this expansion last fall.
Brian, the fire department had some extra money after it couldn't fill a specialized position. District Chief Mark Wendelsdorf proposed the idea when the department went back to the drawing board.
These are all the lockers.
From the bay
Dorm facilities are back there for each person to have their own bed.
to the living space, the Caldwell Rural Fire Protection District is getting its station in Notus up to snuff.
It's either on order or it's already here. And we should have that pretty much wrapped up within the next 45 days.
By then, Administrative Chief Mark Wendelsdorf says they'll likely know whether City Council approves their proposal to staff the station.
The growth is continuing to come. We're trying to catch up and invest the taxpayers' money wisely.
The call volume has increased over the past 10 years from 500 per year to over 1,000 or nearing 1,000 calls per year in the rural district. When you start talking about the compounding effect of availability of resources and travel times and the increased demand for services, it only makes sense to have some personnel out here.
Caldwell Fire Department Deputy Chief Brian Daniels says 6 of their firefighters would rotate shifts. The agencies started partnering decades ago.
Essentially, we are the rural district's fire department, meaning Notus, Greenleaf, and those unincorporated areas.
The red dots indicate all the different calls that happened in January, but with this green area is the rural fire district.
Wendelsdorf says staffing the station would improve response times.
In Notus and in Greenleaf, it can be 10 minutes. North of here, it could be 15 or 20 minutes.
For some, minutes are the difference between life and death.
The average firefighter sees more death and destruction in a year than a person sees in a lifetime. If we can do anything to minimize that experience, not only for ourselves, but for the citizens we serve, that's a win.
Daniel says staffing the Notus station will free up the other firefighters to focus more on calls within city limits. Last year, they had roughly 150 unanswered calls, Brian.
Okay, so Abby, how much would it cost to put a rotation out there?
I'm told about $650,000 to $690,000, and that's because the city would have to backfill those jobs.
That makes sense. All right, thank you very much, Abby.